What's up guys, it's me Jeremy, and today I want to talk about my Season 4 meta predictions. Overall, there seems to be quite a few changes happening to the champion pools especially, so it's going to be quite an interesting season. Let's start by going over my predictions for each individual role. Well, let's start with the boring predictions first anyways, and that is that I expect that top and mid lane, at least so far, will remain relatively unchanged. That is really just because those roles have pretty much experienced no changes at all in the Season 4 patches. From what I can tell, Riot does not want those roles to change, so they're not being changed at all, and that's just how it's going to be, at least for now. As for junglers, I expect that they'll get another buff in the future most likely, and eventually be to a point where junglers are probably equal to at least the support players, if not the laners as well. But they are already receiving a lot more gold than they were in Season 3, it's just that now their early game kind of sucks, but that's actually okay, as it widens the champion pool for junglers, as now champions that had a poor early game, like Fiddlesticks and Warwick, are becoming much stronger champions overall, since junglers' early game really just aren't as prevalent now. This early game nerf, but late game buff to junglers is definitely going to widen the champion pool by quite a bit, as now there's going to be a lot of junglers who are not as weak as they used to be. However, what a good jungling champion needs is still going to stay the same, so there aren't going to be any real new champions that are played in the jungle, just all the older champions that are kind of weak are a lot stronger now. And now for supports. They've obviously received an absolutely huge buff. So many champions are going to be viable on support this season. I could sit here and list probably 40 champions that would be decent in the support role, but obviously that's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, the abundance of gold is going to vastly widen the support champion pool, as it's changed what is necessary for a champion to be viable in the support role, and supports will now have a much larger impact in games. And I'll also definitely get you guys some videos in the future about some new champions that can be used as awesome supports. The AD carry role is actually starting to be nerfed quite a bit. Due to the support and jungler buffs, AD carries are now a little bit weaker based on the stealth nerfs they've received. It's too early to say if the AD carry role will fade out entirely, but I do believe that the meta will shift more towards AD carries that have high damage on their abilities and are not focused so much on auto attacking. Champions like Jinx and Lucian are becoming very popular, while champions like Vayne, who is mostly auto attack focused, is starting to fade out, as the AD carries who can do damage with their abilities often end up having much safer positioning and are able to focus down squishy targets from range rather than having to kite tanky junglers who are now getting loads of more gold. Overall, what it seems to me is that Riot is trying to create a meta that is very diverse and where almost every single champion in the game is a decent pick. They're doing this by balancing out the roles and trying to make it so that every single role can have just as big of an impact and receives just as much gold as all the other roles as well, which is definitely a very healthy change for the meta. As a support player, I'm absolutely in love with the preseason patch so far, and I'm very excited to see what will happen in Season 4, especially with some of the new support champions. My name is Jeremy, and that is it for my video on the Season 4 meta predictions. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out some of my others on the screen right now. Please follow my stream at twitch.tv/Jeremy_gamingcurios for updates on whenever I'm streaming, and I'd love it if you could support me with a like. Please subscribe for more awesome content in the future if you enjoyed this video, and I'd love it if you could follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/gamingcurios. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.